Welcome back to Vibe Recap. Today I will be showing you a 2017 South Korean horror film titled The Wailing. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. A Japanese man has recently arrived at a little town in the mountains of South Korea, residing in a detached house. A baffling infection begins spreading among the townspeople, causing a rash which goes before brutal deadly episodes followed by trance and in the end death. Cop Jong-gu, who is examining the situation, meets a puzzling young lady called Moom Young, no name in Korean, who educates him regarding the Japanese outsider, and later vanishes. A neighborhood tracker tells Jong-gu that he saw the near-naked stranger eating a deer, with sparkling red eyes. Jong-gu is disrupted, as he has had dreams about this stranger, which the tracker had portrayed to him. He enrolls the assistance of another cop, and a Japanese talking elder to act as a translator, and they research the stranger's home while he is away. The other cop tracks down photos of the infected and killed inhabitants and their possessions. He is excessively stunned to express anything to the others. The stranger's gatekeeper canine goes after the priest and Jong-gu. The outsider shows up and pacifies the canine, and the other three leave. The cop tells Jong-gu of what he saw, and hands over a shoe which belongs to Jong-gu's daughter, Hyo-jin. Before long, Hyo-jin ends up being debilitated and shows comparative side effects as the other tainted townspeople. Jong-gu advances toward the stranger's home with the priest out of frustration, however finds that the photos and proof have been singed. Infuriated, he obliterates the stranger's worship room and kills the canine when it assaults him, requesting the outsider to leave the town. Upset about Hyo-jin's condition, Jong-gu's mother-in-law looks for help from a shaman, Il-gwang. As Il-gwang plays out a custom to exorcise the devil, the outsider plays out a custom in his home all the while. Jong-gu finds his little girl in torment and interferes with the custom, taking her to a clinic. The next day, he assembles his companions to chase down the stranger, accepting that the outsider is liable for the sickness and murders. Jong-gu and his companions pursue the outsider, and are attacked by one more contaminated stranger. After a pursuit they end up hitting the stranger with their vehicle. They discard his body as Moom Young watches from the slopes. At the point when Jong-gu gets back, he finds that Hyo-jin's condition has apparently improved. Il-gwang suspects they killed some unacceptable individual. He later encounters Moom Young, and begins vomiting blood. He calls Jong-gu, letting him know that Moom Young is the real demon. Jong-gu finds Moom Young close to his home. She requests Jong-gu to trust her, letting him know she had laid out a trap for the evil presence, yet the trap won't work if Jong-gu returns to his home. Il-gwang calls Jong-gu and tells him not to trust Moom Young, while she in turn tells him Il-gwang is actually in league with the real demon. Confused and horrified, Jong-gu ultimately leaves on to save his family, however Moom Young stops him, her skin turning a spooky white as he sees that she is wearing the personal items of some of the victims. He pulls himself away, and as he passes his home's boundary, the botanical trap withers. The priest encounters the still alive Japanese stranger in a cave. After being photographed by the stranger, the priest observes the outsider developing into a demon. Back at his home, Jong-gu shows up to find that Hyo-jin has killed their loved ones. He shouts at her. Yet she wounds him and falls into a daze. Il-gwang shows up at Jong-gu's home and takes photos of the family. While getting back to his vehicle, he unintentionally drops a crate loaded up with photographs of different victims. As Jong-gu lies passing on in his home, he sees dreams of more joyful times with his daughter and guarantees her he will safeguard her. Thanks for watching everyone. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications if you like this video. And feel free to leave your suggestions for the next video.